Right now, the big question everywhere is this: what exactly is going on in the case of Nnamdi Kanu? And why are people saying there may be final paperwork that could signal a turning point? As it stands, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is serving a life sentence after being convicted on terrorism-related charges by a federal high court in Abuja in November 2025. After that judgment, his legal team immediately filed an appeal. And that appeal is now the center of attention, and this is where the discussion about final paperwork is coming from. Let us break it down in very simple and clear language so everybody can understand. When someone is convicted and sentenced, the next legal step is the appeal process. An appeal is not noise, it is not a protest, it is a legal right. The person's lawyers prepare documents called the Notice of Appeal and the Grounds of Appeal. These documents explain why they believe the lower court made mistakes in law or in procedure. After that, both sides prepare written arguments known as briefs. All these documents must be filed properly and officially recorded. That entire process is sometimes informally described as paperwork. So when people say final paperwork, it could mean that the legal documents required for the appeal stage are being completed or finalized. It does not automatically mean release. It does not automatically mean freedom. It means the legal machinery is moving. If you are following this update carefully, please like this video right now and subscribe to the channel. Staying informed is very important, and your support helps this platform continue bringing clear and balanced updates. Now, why are people calling this a possible turning point? Because once the paperwork for an appeal is completed and accepted, the Court of Appeal can move toward fixing a hearing date. That hearing date is very important. At that stage, lawyers from both sides will stand before the judges of the Court of Appeal and present their arguments. The judges will listen carefully, review the records from the lower court, and then decide whether the conviction should stand or be overturned. This is serious business. The Court of Appeal has the power to do several things. It can uphold the life sentence, it can reduce the sentence, it can order a retrial, or in some cases, it can quash the conviction entirely. That is why every small development at this stage creates tension and speculation. Let us be very clear again. As of now, there has been no official announcement that the conviction has been overturned. There has been no official statement that he has been released. What we are seeing is movement within the appeal process. And in law, movement is significant. Please, if you value clear explanations like this video, and subscribe. It helps more people understand what is really happening instead of relying on rumors. Another reason this case attracts strong attention is because it is not just a legal matter. It also carries political weight. Some people see Nnamdi Kanu as a strong voice for the Southeast. Others see him differently and believe the court acted within the law. Because of these divided opinions, every small update quickly becomes big news. When supporters hear about paperwork being finalized, I'll say they interpret it as hope. When critics hear about it, they interpret it as just another legal step. The truth is usually somewhere in between. It is a structured legal process moving at its own pace. Let us also talk about the importance of procedure. In appeal cases, technical details matter a lot. If documents are not filed correctly, it can delay proceedings. If deadlines are missed, it can create setbacks. So when insiders mention final paperwork, it may simply mean that lawyers are making sure every document meets the court's strict requirements. That is normal in high-profile cases. Remember, the appeal court will not just rely on emotions or public opinion. The judges will focus strictly on the law. They will examine whether the original trial followed proper procedure. They will check whether the laws applied were valid. They will review whether the evidence was treated correctly. That careful review takes time. If you are still watching at this point, it means you truly care about understanding this case. Please take 1 second to like this video and subscribe. It really supports this kind of balanced discussion. Now let us consider possible outcomes in simple terms. If the Court of Appeal agrees with his lawyers that there were serious legal errors, they may overturn the conviction. That would be a major turning point, not just for him, but for the entire national conversation around this issue. If the Court of Appeal disagrees and upholds the life sentence, the legal team still has another option. They can approach the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the country. Its decision would be final. So when people talk about final paperwork, it does not mean the legal journey is ending tomorrow. It may mean one stage is closing and another stage is about to begin. We must also understand that high-profile cases often move slower because they require detailed review. Judges take extra care. The country is watching. International observers sometimes pay attention. Every ruling must be solid and defensible. Let me pause here and remind you again, like this video and subscribe so you never miss an update. These developments can change quickly and you want to stay informed from reliable breakdowns. There is also the emotional side of this situation. Its families, supporters, and communities are deeply invested. Legal battles of this magnitude affect not just the individual involved, but thousands of people who feel connected to the issue. That emotional energy increases speculation online. Social media posts begin to use strong words like final and turning point, even when the development is procedural. That is why calm analysis is important. When legal documents are finalized in an appeal process, it signals readiness. It signals that arguments are set. It signals that the court can move forward. But it does not automatically predict the direction of the final judgment. This moment, therefore, is not about celebration or disappointment yet. It is about preparation. And preparation in law is powerful. Please, before we continue deeper into this discussion, like this video and subscribe. Your engagement keeps this channel growing and helps more viewers understand complex issues in simple language. So now think about the broader impact. Whatever the Court of Appeal eventually decides will influence public trust in the justice system. If the conviction is upheld, some people will say the system worked. If it is overturned, others will say justice has been corrected. Either way, the ruling will carry weight. Another important point is transparency. Appeal courts operate through written judgments. When they eventually deliver their decision, it will not be a short statement. It will be detailed. It will explain the reasoning behind every conclusion. That is how higher courts operate. So when we hear about paperwork being wrapped up, it may mean the legal stage is approaching a moment where the court can sit and decide. This is why observers are paying attention. Let me slow it down again. No confirmed release, no confirmed reversal. What we are seeing is progress in the appeal structure. And progress in legal matters often feels quiet, but it is significant. If you appreciate this calm and professional update, please like and subscribe right now.